So far we have discussed equations which has x only in numerator. In this session we are going to discuss equations which has variable in denominator. Let's start with the first case. Equation is x minus 1 over x is equal to 3. Simple. Now first of all we need to get x squared. You must be thinking this is not quadratic equation, but it is quadratic equation. You must be thinking again, why? Because there is no x square, degree of polynomial, I don't know how can I find it. There is x in denominator, polynomial says that x should not be in denominator, blah blah blah. Forget about it. We are talking about equations, not about polynomials. So for equations, x can go into denominator, not for polynomial. Okay, so x minus 1 over x is equal to 3. Simple. Now recall we discussed one problem of this chapter, finding solutions for quadratic equations in fraction form. What did we do in that case? We have multiplied each term with the LCM. Again, there is a doubt, how can I take the LCM? How can we take LCM of x? No need to take LCM of x. Take x as LCM only. Okay, take x as LCM. If we have something like let's say x minus 2 over 3x is equal to 5. So how do we deal with this situation? 3, we multiply 3 with each term one by one. Same we are going to do. We are going to multiply x with each term one by one. So let's start. X, then here I will be writing the same equation as it is for understanding, and x multiplied with 3. Remember, this LCM should be multiplied on RHS and LHS, both sides. Remember, clear? Now I will be multiplying x here first, x into x, that will give you x square. You were thinking that where is the x square? Here it is. Then x I will be multiplying with this 1 over x, so minus x multiplied by 1 over x is equal to x into 3, that will give you 3x. This x will get cancelled. Okay, cancel. So what's left only? My equation is x square minus 1 is equal to 3x. Now I want to convert into standard form, means RHS 0. So whatever terms are there in RHS, bring them on LHS side. Let's do it. This will be coming over here and it will become negative. Why? Because it is positive on RHS side. So x square here minus 3x minus 1 is equal to 0. Simple. Done. X square minus 3x minus 1 is equal to 0. Very simple. Let's write this equation over here, which is x square minus 3x minus 1 is equal to 0. Now we learn two methods of solving the quadratic equation, factorization or quadratic formula. So let's discuss here. X square minus 3x minus 1 is equal to 0. We need to factorize 1 and we need to get sum as minus 3. So how can we do? Factors of 1 is only 1 ones are 1. That is only one factor of 1. How can we get 3? If we subtract, we will get 1 minus 1, 0. If we add, it will be 1 plus 1, 2. So we cannot get anywhere 3. Let me write over here so you get better understand. 1 multiplied by 1, that is 1. And see the sign of the constant, which is negative. So if I subtract, I am getting 0. But what is there in middle term? It is minus 3. And I am getting 0. Can I use the factorization method? No. This is the sign that we cannot use factorization method. Understand when to use and when not to use. Do not get confused in exam if you get this kind of situation. We have another method to solve the equation, which is quadratic formula. Remember, if you cannot factorize, no worries. Get the values of ABC, put the values in quadratic equation and get the roots of the quadratic equation. I hope you are clear that why am I not using factorization method over here. So let's use quadratic formula. For quadratic formula, what do you need? A, B and C. We need 3 values. So let's write value of A means coefficient of x square. Coefficient of x square, there is nothing, means 0. No, it is 1. Then value of B, coefficient of x, what's that? Plus 3 or minus 3. I told you if it is negative sign, then you need to write it, which is minus 3. And for C, it is minus 1. Now, what is the formula for quadratic equation? What is the formula? Which formula? Think, x is equal to minus b, blah, blah, blah. What's the formula? X is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac over 2a, right? Let me ask you one simple question. What do we call only this term which is under the square root, b square minus 4ac? Recall, we learned in previous session, which is discriminant. Good. So let's substitute values of a, b, c into the equation. So x is equal to minus 3. Why there are 2 negatives? You must be thinking. One negative is for the formula, second negative because it is there already in b, minus 3. Then plus or minus square root of b square. What is the value of b? Negative 3. Then square minus 4. What is the value of a? 1. What is the value of c? It is minus 1. Done. And denominator, which is 2a. A is what? 1. So let's simplify. Here minus will become plus, so that is plus 3 plus or minus square root of, here it will be 9, then 4 into 1 1, 4 into 1 1, but there are 2 negative sign, minus 4 and minus 1, that will become plus 4, and denominator is going to remain as it is because 2 ones are 2. Very simple calculation. 3 plus or minus square root of 9 plus 4 will give you 13, and in denominator 2. So I should be getting 2 solutions for it. What are those 2 solutions? See, it is here only in front of us. 3 plus or minus. So we are going to take 2 different cases, plus or minus. Let's do it. So x is equal to, I am taking plus first. So 3 plus square root of 13 in denominator 2. Can we do any kind of cancellation, simplification? No. Don't even do it that 3 plus 13 16 and 16 over 2 8. Don't do it. It's incorrect. This number is in square root and this is whole number. We cannot add it. This is irrational number. This is rational. We are not able to do any operation. It will remain as it is. So this is first case of positive. Now let's take second case, negative. That is x is equal to 3 minus square root of 13 over 2. So these are my 2 solutions of the quadratic equation. Let's recall the steps. What is the speciality of this sum? First of all, let's talk about it. We have variable into denominator. So far, the sums we have discussed had all the variables only in numerator, nothing in denominator. We had numbers in denominator, that's a normal case. But this is the case where variable is in denominator. Like we do here, x minus 2 over 3x is equal to 5. If I want to simplify it, what do? I multiply 3 with each term 1 by 1. So same I have done. I have multiplied in our case with x to each term 1 by 1. X multiplied with RHS, x multiplied with LHS. Simplify and get your equation. After getting equation, we need to solve it. So we discussed 2 methods, which is factorization. Another is quadratic formula. Let's try with the factorization. So constant is 1. Factors of 1 are 1 into 1, only one factor. Simple. What is the sign of constant, which is negative? So 1 minus 1 is what? 0. What should be the middle term if I want to use these factors? 0. But what is it here? Minus 3. Can we use factorization method? No, we cannot use it. So what to do? In that case, I told you we can use quadratic formula, right? Sometimes we can use factorization method, sometimes we cannot. So in those cases, we can use quadratic formula to get the solution of the equation. Let's do second sum. Let's discuss another question. In previous question, there was only x in denominator, but here x plus 4 is in denominator, and that is not only one time, it is also there in second term, x plus 4 and x minus 7. So there are two quantities, two variables are there in denominator, two times, also with addition and subtraction. So how to do in this case, right? Let's start the process. What we are going to do first, x minus 7, I am going to multiply with this 1. Remember, x minus 7 whole term I am going to multiply with 1. So anything multiplied with 1 going to remain as it is. So let's do it. X minus 7, simple. If you want to write in bracket, sure, go ahead. Then minus as it is. Then let's do for this one, x plus 4. If I have multiplied x minus 7 with this one, I will be multiplying x plus 4 with this one. So this will be multiplied with this one. Let's write in bracket x plus 4. And denominator. What shall we write in denominator? Think. We need to multiply both factors in denominator, which is x plus 4 and x minus 7 is equal to 11 over 30, right? I am recalling the steps. X minus 7 should be multiplied with this one, and x plus 4 should be multiplied with this one, and negative sign as it is, which was there in question. Now let's simplify. How will I simplify? I'll open the brackets in numerator, then I'll open the brackets in denominator as well. Keep the RHS as it is. So if I open the bracket, it will remain as it is because there is no sign below it, before it, no number before it. So it will remain as it is, which is x minus 7. Then minus sign is there. So I will be changing all the signs of this term which is inside the bracket. So minus x and minus 4. Denominator, I will be starting with this x. Then I will be writing the whole second bracket, x minus 7, then plus 4. Then I will be writing the second bracket as it is again, x minus 7, 11 over 30. Done. Now let's do simplification. Here it is plus x and minus x, that will get cancelled. Minus 7 and minus 4, that will make minus 11. Now let's open this bracket. X multiply with this one, that will be x square. X multiply with this 7, that is minus 7x. 4 multiplied with x, that will give you plus 4x. Then 4 multiplied with 7, that will give you minus 28 is equal to 11 over 30. Done. Can we simplify further than this? Yes, we can. Minus 7x and plus 4x, they are like terms. So let's simplify. Minus 11 over x square minus 3x minus 28 is equal to 11 over 30. Now you can see that minus 11 is over LHS side and also it is on RHS side, and they both are in numerator, so we can do cancellation if they are both in numerator or if they are in denominator. That is 11 ones are 11 ones are. So what is my equation now? Minus 1 over x square minus 3x minus 28 is equal to 1 over 30. Now again I am going to use this method. 30 I will be multiplying here, and this term I will be multiplying over here. But in this case there will be no denominator. Guess why? Because we are doing over the equal to sign, but here we were doing over the operation, maybe addition or subtraction. This is kind of cross multiplication. So 30 into minus 1, that will give you minus 30, and here anything multiplied with 1 going to remain as it is. So x square minus 3x minus 28. Let me bring this minus 30 over this side, it will become positive. So here it will be 0. So x square minus 3x minus 28 plus 30. So if I simplify, it will become 0 is equal to x square minus 3x as it is and plus 2, right? So I just want to write this RHS over here. I want to swap it. This RHS will come over left hand side and 0 will go on the right hand side. So x square minus 3x plus 2 is equal to 0. Now we need to solve this quadratic equation. Solve it and go ahead. There are two methods to do, either factorization method or quadratic formula. You can choose any of it. So let's start. I am going to do with the factorization method. Is it possible or not? Let me check it first. So what is the constant? Which is 2. Factors of 2, which is 1 multiplied by 2. Done. 2. Now what is the sign of the constant? Which is plus. So I am going to add the factor. 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. Is 3 is there in middle term? Yes, it's there. Okay, don't think that sir it is minus 3, but focus on the value for a while, then we go for the signs. So I can use the factorization method. Let's use it. Now how shall I get minus 3? So sum should be minus 3 and product should be plus 2. So let's do modification with the sign. Suppose if I take minus 1 multiplied by minus 2, that will give me positive 2, and minus 1 plus minus 2, that will give me minus 3. So what are my factors? It is minus 1 comma minus 2. This is my factor. Simple. Done. Now I am going to write. So first of all I will be writing first term without power, that is only x. What is my first factor? Minus 1. Then I will be writing second time, which is first term as it is without the power, so only x. Then second factor, which is minus 2, is equal to 0. Remember that, is equal to 0. Either first factor is 0 or second factor is 0. So let's equate to 0 1 by 1. Let's talk about this first factor. X minus 1 is equal to 0. If I shift minus 1 over here, it will be x is equal to 1. This is my first root of the quadratic equation. Let's get second one. I need to equate x minus 2 is equal to 0. So let's do x minus 2 is equal to 0. Minus 2, if I shift, it will become positive. So x is equal to 2. This is my second solution or my second root of the equation. So these are the solutions for the quadratic equation. Let's repeat this step. What I am going to do, first of all, x minus 7 I will be multiplying with 1, x plus 4 I will be multiplying with 1 over here, and between them there should be negative sign, and keep those terms in bracket to avoid any kind of mistakes. Then those two factors I am going to multiply into denominator. So x minus 7, next simplified, so it will be x minus 7 minus x minus 4. Do simplification. If there is any kind of term being cancelled, then do it. And in denominator, simplified, open the bracket. As much simplification as you can do, go ahead with it. Then I have done cross multiplication. 30 multiplying numerator and this denominator multiplied with 1. Simple. Afterwards, check which method can you use. If you can use factorization, go ahead with it. If you want to use quadratic formula to get the solution. I have used factorization method to get the solution, which is x is equal to 1, x is equal to 2. Let's discuss next sum.